You've mentioned Juan Ponce Enrile, and it seems that the former Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile, when he knew that the Sandigan Bayan had ordered his arrest in July 2014, what he did was he did not have the warrant served. What he did was voluntarily
Yes.
surrender. So may
Yes.
ganon. Si
May ganon.
Laila de Lima naman, she asked not she voluntarily surrendered. She asked that the warrant be served in her home so she
Yes.
could pack clothes.
And say
right?
bye-bye to her kids.
Oo,
Kasi
so
naghihintay siya, naghihintay
may
kami sa office niya,
plano.
but they were coming, the PNP were
Oo.
coming to arrest her in the Senate. So, ayan, nagdesisyon siya, ay nako,
Oo.
sige, uwi na lang muna ako and then tutuloy na ako sa krame, which he
Oo.
did.
She did. Now, Senator Antonio Trillanes, when his amnesty was revoked and there was a warrant, he was in the Senate.
He was in
And
the Senate.
do you
And then,
remember that? Were you
I
there?
saw the video, wala pa ako doon, but I
Oo,
saw the
oo.
video again and binasahan, sinabihan siya formally, officially, may warrant, binasahan siya ng kanyang Miranda rights. He was just standing with them and very calmly silang nag-uusap and sabi niya, yes, I understand. And then sumama siya sa kanila. So, in all those precedents, Karen, the dignity of the senator concerned, the law enforcement agency, and most of all the Senate of the people, was preserved.
Oo, oo. But the difference is the fact those warrants were all issued by local entities and local courts. Ito kasi is the ICC, a foreign and international court, and we know some of your colleagues don't recognize that. It's debatable. What do you think were the real reasons why Senate President Tito Soto was replaced? I'm sure you know, right? What do you think were the reasons? What catapulted, what triggered it?
I can't second guess yung individual reasons ng bawat kasama sa Senado na bumoto para tanggalin.
But what
Hindi
were
lang
factors?
siya.
Some factors.
I think matalino ang ating mga mamamayan, hindi tanga ang mga Pilipino. So I would give credence dun sa sense ng marami sa kanila na syempre political context yung napipintong pag-transmit ng articles of impeachment at dapat yung kasunod na impeachment trial. Pero as I said earlier, ano pa man ang liderato sa Senado, klaro ang utos ng konstitusyon sa amin. And yun na nga, kahit si bagong Senate President ay sinabing walang kinalaman yun and isasagawa yung aming tungkulin. And again, aasahan ko yan at I will hold the new leadership to that.
Okay. Now, Congress goes on sine die on what date?
That will be
Is it June
5? June 3, sorry.
June 3, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
technically, there are 2 weeks left
Yes.
before Congress goes on recess. And the lower house still hasn't sent the articles of impeachment to the Senate yet. Tama, ma'am, no?
Tama po.
Wala pa po sa inyo. So if you were to reinterpret forthwith or interpret forthwith, once you get the articles of impeachment, today is a Wednesday. Let's say you get it today on a Wednesday. When should be the next immediate time that you should convene as an impeachment court? Kasi hindi kayo pumapasok ng Friday. Diba?
Opo.
Wala po. O, so
Opo.
kailan?
Well, kung i-transmit ng House ang articles of impeachment sa amin ngayong araw, nothing prevents us, Karen, from immediately constituting ourselves as an impeachment court. Na ang first step dyan ay manunumpa yung Senate President bilang presiding officer, tapos panunumpain niya kaming lahat bilang senator judges, and then klaro yung mga sunod-sunod na steps, i-adopt or i-amend yung rules namin of impeachment, may mga preliminaries dyan bilang paghahanda, including pre-trial, mga stipulation ng mga dokumento, so maraming maraming dapat at pwedeng gawin na once ma-transmit yung articles sa amin bago pa yung trial proper.
Oo.
So, yun.
During the first impeachment complaint, against Vice President Sara Duterte, did you convene as an impeachment court 3 months after? Is my memory correct? Or a month after?
We did not dahil nga yun naging debate pa yung para sa akin plain speaking na definition ng forthwith. Pero at least may mga unang steps na isinagawa. Nanumpa yung dating Senate President bilang presiding officer, pinasumpa niya kami, nakapagsuot pa kami noon ng robes namin. Di ba? Na naipatay nun. At sa interpretasyon, sa interpretasyon namin, yung lumang minority noon, constituted na kami as an impeachment trial court dahil nasimulan na naipilit talaga namin na manumpa na yung dating Senate President as presiding officer. So then and there constituted na kami as an impeachment court. Nga lang dun sa mga sumunod na ganap that you mentioned, hindi na kami nakapagdaos ng trial proper.
Oo. Now, coming from the first experience, there were resolutions filed to immediately dismiss it. When you remember, when you convened as an impeachment court, there were already petitions to dismiss the impeachment case. And it seems that there are 2 resolutions already filed to dismiss it kahit wala pa yung impeachment complaint sa inyo.
Oo nga. At saka, I remember, Karen, nung unang impeachment process, nakaraang taon, nung may nag-motion na ganyan, dismissal from the floor, umabot pa nga sa botohan, yung prejudicial issue sa amin ay, yung ganyang klaseng mga motion, dapat nanggaling sa defense. Hindi po sa aming mga senator judges. Kasi kami yung impartial na magdidesisyon sa ganyang mga motion from the floor. Kaya kung meron ng nakaambang mga resolution o sinasabing motion na ihahain, again, for me, the same principle would apply. Na yan ay mga proper motions mula sa defense at hindi po sa amin bilang senator judges.
So, do you think there will be a repeat, frankly speaking?
I really hope not.
Because we've seen actual trials. That one of Erap Estrada, although unfinished, actual trial. Renato Corona, although that was finished till the end. There was a conviction. Merceditas Gutierrez convened, but she resigned. So no full-blown trial. It seems that you have colleagues that don't want this, to proceed to a full-blown trial. You'll convene, pero you may not reach a full-blown trial.
We intend to reach a full-blown trial this time around. Na-delay na nga ito, Karen, ng 1 taon dahil sa mga kaganapan nung nakaraang taon. And ganyang katagal na rin naghihintay ang mga kababayan natin. Malaman ang buong katotohanan at batay sa ipepresenta sa aming mga ebidensya, ihaharap sa aming mga witnesses, sa wakas, matitimbang naming mga senator judges at sa wakas makakapag boto decision kami dun sa issue na i-convict ba or i-acquit ba. We have to give due course and, well, respect sa prosesong ito, respeto sa konstitusyon, respeto sa ating mga kababayan na huwag nang maudlot yung proseso pero makumpleto siya hanggang sa botohan, hanggang sa desisyon.
Now, the crucial vote for the change in leadership was that of Senator Bato de la Rosa. He was the 13th vote. And he didn't get to the plenary quite easy. Let's look at that video again. What was your immediate reaction seeing that chase in the Senate? By the way, that's been picked up by international media. I've seen it now in the US. I've seen it in the UK. Police authorities running after a senator with an arrest warrant. What's your reaction?
Well, nung pinlay yung CCTV video na yon sa amin, sa plenaryo, ang mga malinaw na nakita ng mata ko was one of our colleagues running up the stairs, kasunod niya yung nakilala ng ibang mga staff sa Senate na ilang mga staffers niya, and then some meters away, mga hindi namin kilala, so pinresume ko na baka yun yung sinasabing NBI agents at yun na nga yung lumabas pagkatapos. Pero klaro din na they didn't, at least in that chase up the stairs, they didn't lay a finger on him, kahit pinky. And nung nadapa siya, tinukod niya yung kamay niya sa hagdan. So I just tried to put two and two together, yung belatedly nakita ko sa CCTV video at yung lumabas na sumbong o kwento sa floor na may wrestling na nangyari, kaya rin na-injure yung mga daliri. So, there are things na makikita lang plainly ng ating mga mata so that we can put two and two together. And I suppose yan ay kinoconsider din ng Senate leadership sa kanilang pag-imbestiga at pati sabi ng NBI sa kanila ring fact-finding kung ano ang ginawa ng kanilang agents sa loob ng aming building.
Okay, but what should have happened if I were to ask you, what was the ideal and more dignified situation?
Yes, dignified, please. And we have precedents of dignified na mga nangyari nung dati may mga sitting senators na hinaina ng warrant of arrest. We have the cases of the late former Senator Juan Ponce Enrile, former Senator now Representative Laila De Lima, former Senator Sonny Trillanes, na nung inihain yung warrant sa kanila, sila mismo ay sumuko and hinarap nila yung proseso. Now, for this incident, I'll take it from former Senate President Tito Soto. Dahil sabi nga niya sa amin, no, to make it of record, kinommunicate sa kanya na may dadalhing warrant ang NBI. So, he instructed them in turn, okay, makipag-coordinate kayo sa Office of the Senate Sergeant at Arms. As pinaalala niya sa amin, there was a previous, not warrant ba yun or subpoena mula naman sa CIDG ng PNP, and he had told them the same instructions earlier, mag-coordinate kayo sa OSAA. Karen, kung alam niya, nababalik na pala that afternoon si Senator De La Rosa, and former SP Tito said this also on the floor. Kung alam ko, kung sinabi nyo, sabi niya sa bagong Senate President, kung sinabi nyo sa akin na darating pala siya, I would have made more preparations na maging maayos yung proseso. Precisely, Karen, dignified. As in the case of previous sitting senators na hinaina ng warrant, hindi sana at hindi dapat nangyari yung pagtakbo, paghahabol, may na-injure, at yung nakita niyong kaganapan sa loob ng session. It would have turned out very differently kung sinabi lamang kay dating Senate President Tito na babalik na pala siya, darating na pala siya. And so then the former Senate President would have known, so magpapang-abot yung
none of you suspected, because none of you suspected that Bato may show up, because why would the minority have the courage and be bold to call on a vacancy for the Senate presidency? How would they count, 13, right?
Precisely. That's why I didn't know. In the old majority. Hindi. That's why top of mind yung tanong na, may 13 na ba para tanggalin ka, SP Tito, tanggalin kayo at para mag-uluk-luk, maghalal ng iba. I didn't know, we didn't know, or most of us didn't know na darating na pala after half a year si Senator De La Rosa at magbubuo ng 13 at yun na nga, unfortunately, naidagdag pa yung mga eksenang iyon na ngayon, I'm so, nalulungkot ako at nahihiya ngayon, pinagtatawanan ng marami. Should not happen to the Senate.
Okay, now you've mentioned Juan Ponce Enrile, and it seems that the former Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile, when he knew that the Sandigan Bayan had ordered his arrest in July 2014, what he did was he did not have the warrant served. What he did was voluntarily
Yes.
surrender. So may
Yes.
ganon.
May
Si
ganon.
Laila de Lima naman, she asked not she voluntarily surrendered. She asked that the warrant be served in her home so she
Yes.
could pack clothes,
And say
right?
bye-bye to her kids.
Oo,
Kasi
so
naghihintay kami
may
sa office niya,
plano.
but they were coming, the PNP were
Oo.
coming to arrest her in the Senate. So, ayan, nagdesisyon siya, ay nako,
Oo.
sige, uwi na lang muna ako and then tutuloy na ako sa krame, which he
Oo.
did.
She did. Now, Senator Antonio Trillanes, when his amnesty was revoked and there was a warrant, he was in the Senate.
He was in
And
the Senate.
do you
And then,
remember that? Were you
I
there?
saw the video, wala pa ako doon, but I
Oo,
saw the
oo.
video again and sinabihan siya formally, officially, may warrant, binasahan siya ng kanyang Miranda rights. He was just standing with them and very calmly silang nag-uusap and sabi niya, yes, I understand. And then sumama siya sa kanila. So, in all those precedents, Karen, the dignity of the senator concerned, the law enforcement agency, and most of all the Senate of the people, was preserved.
Oo, oo. But the difference is the fact those warrants were all issued by local entities and local courts. Ito kasi is the ICC, a foreign and international court, and we know some of your colleagues don't recognize that. It's debatable.
Pero para sa akin, klaro, yung mga iniimbestiga ngayon ng ICC, yung ini-issuehan nila ng mga warrants, ay para sa mga alleged crimes against humanity na naganap within the years na miyembro pa rin tayo ng ICC. At sinasang-ayunan, pumapailalim pa rin tayo sa Rome Statute. So, there's no debate about that dahil time will not lie eh.
Oo. But then, Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano, I believe, just issued a statement and said that they will only recognize arrest warrants coming from the Philippines, right?
Well, as you said, it's debatable among our ranks. That is regrettable dahil kahit naman siguro ang bagong SP at lahat pa ng mga ibang abogado sa loob ng Senado would know clearly na the ICC is issuing those warrants and investigating alleged crimes against humanity until the year 2018, which was when the former president unilaterally, isa pang debatable yan, unilaterally withdrew us from the ICC and withdrew our upholding of the Rome Statute. Pero hindi pwedeng mabura yung mga alleged crimes against humanity sa panahong yan, na miyembro pa rin at accountable pa rin tayo at ating mga government officials sa ICC at sa Rome Statute.
Okay. Now, there's a resolution right now. I believe 5 senators, can you name them, are urging Senator Bato to surrender to the ICC. The 5 senators, that includes yourself?
Yes. So, isa ako sa 5 pumirma sa draft resolution ni Senator Kiko Pangilinan. Bukod sa akin, pumirma din si dating Senate President Tito Soto, Senator Ping Lacson at Senator Bam Aquino. At yung buong resolution ay hinihikayat Senator De La Rosa voluntaryong sumuko sa mga otoridad at mag-seek ng remedies sa ilalim ng ating konstitusyon, mga batas at saka rules.
Oo. But then you have Senator Lacson signing that when he might be criticized as he avoided his own arrest warrant in the past and went into hiding for 2 years, and he said that was within his legal rights. So Senator Lacson himself didn't allow himself to be arrested.
Well, of course, I would let Senator Ping therefore answer that issue. Basta what I can tell you is kami ni yung pumirma, and just like any other resolution na final ng isa o ng mas marami, then it awaits the decision of the whole Senate.
Oo. Because right now, Senator Bato de la Rosa went to the Supreme Court, right? And he's asking for a temporary restraining order against that warrant. So what do you make of that? Do you believe those are within our rights?
Oh, any citizen
Yeah.
may karapatan dumulog sa Korte Suprema. So now, the High Court will proclaim on, I suppose, various issues, yung jurisdiction nila dito, and then, syempre, kung magru-rule sila, kung ano ang ruling nila
Oo.
dun sa hinihiling ni Senator De La Rosa.
So now we might have a constitutional crisis. I want to get your
Not.
take on this. No, Senator Ontiveros, is what if the Supreme Court then issues a TRO on that warrant, right? What takes precedence? What is higher in your eyes? The Philippine Supreme Court or the ICC?
I'm sure I'm guessing lamang that the Supreme Court might also speak on that if and when mag-rule sila sa petition ni Senator De La Rosa. Ideally, Karen, dahil sa progressive legislation, nag-align yung mga batas ng ating bansa sa pandaigdigang mga batas because we are part of a community of nations. Dati, and some of us would argue, in principle, we are still, dahil hindi naging action din ng Senate yun, that we are still members of the International Criminal Court at accountable pa rin tayo sa Rome Statute. So, sa puso ko bilang isang mamamayan at tao at legislator din, dapat pinagsasabay, pinagkakasal natin yung dalawa.
Oo. Ideal yun. But
Yes.
what do you believe is higher in the Philippines? Would it be...
I think it's still both. But in practical situations like this, then we must be guided by the Supreme Court. Kung ano ang kanilang wisdom tungkol dito. And that's also why sa resolution ang language ay and seek remedies under the Constitution, laws and rules.
Oo. Seek remedies.
Yes.
Now, you have, is it already a majority of the Senate, I believe, who want to give protective custody to Senator Bato de la Rosa? In fact, the new Senate president said Bato is now under the chamber's protective custody. What does that mean to you? And can the Senate give that to...
No. Well, walang batas na nagbibigay sa amin bilang Senado ng kapangyarihan na gawin iyon dahil kailangan pa rin naming i-preserve yung batas, yung konstitusyon, jurisprudence, and yun na nga, mga prinsipyo ng international law. So kung i-insist yun ng bagong Senate President, ide-debate po namin yan on the floor, Karen. Dahil kahit yung motion na ginawa on the floor nung Lunes, hindi siya resolution. Motion lamang in plenary. At kaming mga naging bagong minority noon, we were still present, although not on the floor at that moment. At I believe, minake of record na ni Senator Ping kahapon na hindi pwedeng i-presume na yung lahat nung wala doon physically ay sumasang-ayon. So, ide-debate namin yon kung yan ang magiging ruling ng bagong Senate President. Hindi pa nga resolution yan at kung resolution, kailangan pang i-refer sa relevant committee bago